in the nitpicking discussion, because we don't want to spend too much time on the nitpicking thing, because now we're nitpicking, um, is in the fulfillment selection. Again, we have vetted some really good fulfillment partners. We do not manage the fulfillment for our clients because, quite frankly, it's an extremely competitive space to begin with. If we have to manage that space, we're going to have to add margin, and we don't want to do that. So we just turn you over to a dedicated salesperson within that fulfillment company, and there's multiple ones to pick from. But at the end, we've had clients come back and say, well, they charge $2.25 to to pick and pack, and this one's at $2.05. It's 20 cents higher. What should I, that's nitpicking, folks. I always tell people, I've run a company for 25 years. Leverage is the most important thing when you're working or when you're in life in general. Leverage is everything. Let's get leverage and then let's negotiate, rather than negotiating from the very beginning, because you want these fulfillment companies to make sure that they're shipping your product out on time. And if you're already negotiating nickels and dimes with them, it's not a good start. Let's blow up. Let's start shipping products out, and then go back to them and negotiate, because that's when they need you, and right now you need them. So it's just those things that let's not be penny wise and pound foolish, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's really what we're,
and especially in
we're
that
about.
field, look, it's so easy to look like somebody might be better. It really comes down to, you have to vet, and that means you have to go down and you have to walk through people. So again, I'm not going to refer, and I'm not even going to evaluate. We've spent years upon years evaluating fulfillment companies, and the ones we pick are the ones we know can handle the small volume, help us scale, have reasonable pricing in terms of their pick, pack, and storage fees, and also have really good rates. But most importantly, what do I need them to do, Dan?
Service is going to be
Service. It's
incredible.
got to be there. They have to be able to connect to our Shopify accounts without us having to hire techs and coders to connect to them, right?
And guess what? You're all new to this to begin with, so you want somebody holding your hand through that process. So look at one thing I learned from the very onset of running a company, again, 25 years now. I look at things differently today than I did maybe 15 years ago. You're always going to find the cheapest out there. You're always going to find somebody that's expensive. I like to play in the middle ground, right in the spot where it makes sense. There's got to be a reason they're the cheapest, because if they're the cheapest, that means their service is horrible, most likely, because they have to be cheap. If they're expensive, that means they're an amazing company, but they're probably just too big for us at this point in time. Let's just play in the middle where the pricing's consistent, it's favorable to both parties, and with that company we can build a relationship with, and we probably can get better pricing.
Well,
and
that's
grow.
a good point, because they call that the triangle, I believe, right? Where it's time, or it's speed, service, and quality.
Yeah.
You can't have
two.
all three.
Right.
You can pick two. If you want all three, you're paying more.
Right.
Right. So it's price, time, speed, and quality. And so if you want all three, it's just going to cost you a lot more.
Right. But again, we did all that work for our clients, because at the end of the day, if we're making your product for you and we're shipping it into a fulfillment company and they're not delivering it for you, that doesn't work for us. It certainly doesn't work for you, but just as much as it doesn't work for us, because we need that product moving.
And I think that's the approach with everybody. It comes down to making that triangle.